Hi everybody, it's Chris the Alfa Nut here. I started making this video a few weeks ago, but things have changed so quickly across the world that I've had to change my introduction. First of all, I wanted to send my best wishes to all the people in the UK and also countries like China, North America, Germany and Iran who have all been affected by the virus. And in particular, I wanted to show solidarity to our near neighbours, France, Spain and Italy, who have all been very badly hit. Stay strong everybody, we're thinking of you. Secondly, I wanted to say how important I think it is to stay cheerful and optimistic during a time like this. So I'm going to try and keep making upbeat and positive content because there are enough gloomy videos out there on the internet already. So stay healthy and thanks for watching.
Hi everybody, this is Chris the Alfa Nut here. I'm coming to you today from my new bunker of mischief, where I'll be working from in future. Now the great thing about this place is it's only 10 minutes from where I live, there's loads of room for storage, and although my new office, which will be going in this area here, isn't quite done yet, as you can see, I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks all this is going to be sorted out. There's more room for spares, there's plenty of space for Gary, there's plenty of space for me, and there's enough room for at least 4 cars, probably 5 actually. So downstairs at the moment we have 2 of Gary's GTVs which are being worked on, mainly for test beds for totallyalpha.com parts. Check out Gary's website, which you can find in the description below. Also down here are the 2 cars that I've been working on recently. This is a very rare Phase 1 V6. Now this is a V6 and the Busso engine we've completely rebuilt and upgraded with GTA parts. Now that will be making some noise again very soon. Obviously most of the action so far on this car has gone on under the bonnet here. GTA cams will be upgraded induction, and the engine will be remapped once it's running again. And then it's time to work on the chassis. So I've got some nice wheels to go on there, the brakes will be refurbished. There's a little bit of work to do underneath the car because it sat abandoned in the lockup where I found it for almost 6 years. And in the other corner, what is this? Oh yes, we have my 1998 156 V6, which is a very rare beast these days, a Sport Pack 3, which featured lower suspension, hilarious carbon fibre effect trim, and a massive rear hoop spoiler. Actually, which looks eerily similar to the new Giulia GTA, which was unveiled a few weeks ago. I wonder where they got that idea from. Still, could be worse. Anyway, the 156 has featured in a couple of previous videos, but now it's almost ready to go. It just needs a little bit of welding to the sill and inner wing area. I'm also going to feature it in an Alfa Nut video and also a hacks video. So for all of you 156 owners out there who are keen for a 156 hacks video, this will be featuring. Stay tuned.
Now back in September I featured a fabulous pair of GTAs belonging to Mike and Dave Zollo, but due to time constraints I didn't get to drive either of them. So when Dave offered me a shot behind the wheel of his lovely 2003 GTA, which sports a whole range of subtle improvements and upgrades, how could I resist?
Did I mention that the upgrades include a 272 bhp Busso V6?
Yeah. That's what 272 horsepower feels like.
Well, it wasn't even quite there. It's up to about 6,200 RPM. You get that?
So when the 147 was first launched at the Turin Motor Show in 2000, it was an instant hit and was the first production Alfa Romeo to feature dual zone climate control and electronic traction control. Based on the running gear of the tried and tested 156, around 580,000 147s were built in its incredibly long 10-year production. A trick which the current Giulietta is trying its best to copy. Come on FCA, when is the next small Alfa Romeo hatchback going to appear? Styled by the talented Walter de Silva and Wolfgang Egger, the 147 was voted European Car of the Year in 2001, beating the new Ford Mondeo, as well as winning styling awards for its sleek and slippery design. The flagship GTA model that I'm featuring here was first introduced in 2002 and featured an enlarged 3.2 litre Busso V6 with 252 bhp, a wider body and a 6-speed gearbox. This was a bright and commercially successful period in Alfa's history, with the 147 winning over 20 awards, following in the footsteps of the hugely successful 156, and spawning the formula for the beautiful GT Coupe which was to follow soon after. So, were there any downsides? Well yes, Alfa build quality during the late 90s and early 2000s is often criticised, and the 147 suffers from many of the same problems as the 156 and the GT, such as suspension components, which lasted as long as a Tinder relationship, and floor pans which turned brown and spotty at about the same speed as a banana. Some road testers also complained about the 147's steering, which was so light and fluffy that you'd be forgiven for thinking it was made entirely out of kittens. The 147 also suffered from a slightly cramped interior, which appeared to have been custom designed for Ewoks. It also came equipped with seats, which some claim are even less supportive than an ex-wife. But these were just typical road testers' niggles, because the 147 was a modern classic, and it became an extremely common sight on the road, as the truth is, they were great to drive, and had way more flair than most of the small hatchbacks of the time. So now I was looking forward to getting some time behind the wheel of Dave Zollo's lovely 2003 GTA. We filmed this in January, and the weather was freezing, but that didn't stop us having some fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So remember when we put on these, myself and a friend, well mainly him, but you know, fabbed up these GTV downpipes.
Oh, bumpy. Yeah.
But then I think it's still just slightly off centre, so it's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you doing the doing anything non-standard. There's always something. Always something. One of the things that I'm not fond of is a really high revving, close geared engines that you have to thrash.
Yeah. Type R's and stuff like that.
It's something that I've never been fond of that. And
So, after driving around some wet and cold Devon roads, we decided to stop for a coffee by the seaside. The cafe that we chose turned out to be a cross between a tea shop, a community centre and a second-hand junk shop, where everything was for sale, including the mugs we were drinking out of, and even the seats we sat on. We quickly got back in the GTA and moved on.
This is good. I'd love to get some sports cats or something on it. So when the GTV downpipes I had on it, when they the sort of the inevitable issue with the welding that was done, it started to come apart a little bit.
Oh, right.
One side first and then the other side, and as I was just trying to sort out getting these wizard downpipes, and but the sound from it, pre-cat, all the noise out of the V6 was just incredible. And
Yeah. Is that good?
that last one, so the brakes were fine for all of that, but that last one, as I was braking there, it was like, oh no, this feels a little bit lighter than before. Oh, and then I stopped and I pulled into that thing, and then there was just like smoke coming out, and I was like, oh, okay.
Right. Smoky brakes.
I was really hoping.
The 147 is a typical Alfa Romeo of this period. Cleverly designed, delicately pretty, and engaging to drive, but with some faults and problems to watch out for if you were a buyer. The GTA version is in a different league, however, and has been increasing in value quite rapidly in the last 2 or 3 years. The Busso V6 is a muscular joy to use, and the car is light, small, and quick steering. To be honest, it feels like an eager puppy straining on its lead and urging you to floor it every time an empty road appears. As some of you may know, the sound and feel of a Busso V6 is addictive, but in the 147 GTA, that addiction becomes a full-blown love affair. I hope you liked the video, folks, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Obviously, if you like the video, then please like and leave a comment below. So then, it's time to put the 147 GTA through the nut roast. Now, it's a hatchback, so perhaps you might not call it gorgeous, but it does look tough and cool to me, so it gets 3 nuts. Performance? Yep, despite being front-wheel drive, the GTA absolutely kills it in every department. How many manufacturers do you know that have put a 3.2 litre V6 in a hatchback? The GTA is a very practical car and can be used every day. If it had 4 doors, it would have got 5 nuts. Wallet attack? Not so good. The GTA does like a drink, and it also has quite an appetite for tyres and suspension components too. Only 3 nuts here. The 147 GTA gets a full fat 5 nuts for feel-good factor, because it handles like a go-kart, but with that meaty wailing Busso V6 engine making you grin like an idiot every time you mash the throttle. Priceless. So, the 147 GTA gets a highly respectable 20 nuts out of 25. I'm working on my next video now, the 3rd part of my series on the Alfa 159, featuring what many say is the best version, the 1750 TBI model, so keep an eye open for that very soon. Thanks for watching everybody, and please stay safe.